Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Quentin, and I will be mainly discussing the controversy, I would say, in religion and sport. And how I go about it is that I think religion is really allowed in sport, and then it really when you go to the Olympics or even just games, that religion plays a big part in sports for a lot of people that either grew up that way or they just really want to find another way of life. And I put this on of even I found on Bleacher Report, and it's called "When Sports and Religion Collide," and this really it blew my mind what it says overall. And I took this quote from it from Bleacher Report by Jabberhead, and it says, "No one ever questioned about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a Sunni Muslim, and that whenever he was in December fasting in the observers of Ramadan, and it didn't matter as long as sneakers were laced and on the court for the scheduled games." And I took that as perspective of Kareem Abdul was great. He did what he did. He played very well as long as he performed. And of course, Kareem Abdul is very religious, which as a Christian man, that I really love. That I would say he played a very big religious part on his team in his main sport. And when it comes to religion, I'm on the side, of course, in my opinion, is religion is all there. You don't. I'm not saying you have to step on the court and believe God or believe in religion or just Christianity, and you don't have to be a Christian person to even play sport. But really, religion is just a fuel, and a very godly thing to a lot of people, I would say, in my terms. And even in that same Bleacher Report that I saw, it was religion can cause a disruption in sport, but it shows the sacrifice that you would take for your team. And I took that to heart mainly because of whenever I was in track and field, I wasn't religious at all, but I had a teammate named Russell Waters, that he would pray over every race that I did. Either we did the 4x together or we were in the same race, but it was our individual races that I even was it fueled me up. It fueled me up, was ready to come, and I did great those races. And I was wondering, I was I guess this was just all me. But then later on, I found God, and that's really my, not really my testimony, but that's just showing really that Christianity, even religion, I would say it can cause a disruption in sport. But my overall thing of religion is you have religion here, and as Kareem really what no one saw behind the curtains of what he was doing, but only his teammates, not even other people, that whenever they interviewed him, they told him, they asked him, hey, why do you believe this way? And he's like, my God is high. And I really love that from Bleacher Sport, When Sports and Religion Collide. That's it was really heartfelt thing of how it showed me of how one man, Kareem, and how he could really in his sport have adversity, I would say. And then, but when it comes to, for a good example that I found on Volt, another example, just like the Kareem, Tim Hall, a 6'8" forward who played at Colorado State. He follows the overall crowd, and then he was doing drugs, he was drinking, and he was all these bad things, Tim Hall, that played for Colorado State. But later on, that it says in the article that he said that he found Jesus instead, that he overcame those things and the temptation in college. And I feel that plays a great way. Like I said, just even repeating stuff that fuel. Your gas tank is full when you pray before everything. You pray before races. You pray when you eat dinner. It's just that vibe. You have that good feeling in your heart. I prayed. It really does. And there's a difference between God and religion, and that's really for another topic. But in sports, I think it's very well, not recommended, but it's really very really well taught in sport, even track and field, even basketball, even these sports that are like showing you like look at him praying, and you're wondering like what are they doing? Like why are they huddled around before this race? Like why did the 4x1 girls win so fast? Is because they prayed before it in the Olympics of the USA, and then you see when people look and they're wondering like what's happening, what are they doing? That it really pops up religion, and I do see people finding a problem of like other countries, and for example, like Saudi Arabia, Israel, just like it's just these countries that believe in religion so much that people are like, why? What is he doing? Like just run the race, like just play your sport. And so I just overall believe that religion is a great part, and really, I'm really agreeable on just the whole that it should collide with sport. Like, I do see where people are coming from, like on the other perspective of like my opinion of like religion can cause a disruption, but at the same time, like it's just the whole controversy of like the whole Colin Kaepernick, like what you stand for, and I think that it's really plays a big part in religion. It's just what you stand for. It's just what you either you know your whole life or you just found it. So that's really my big part opinion that I just really agree with the topic of it. Like religion is a great assessment, and it's a great like level of even competitive. Like hey, I just like we just did this. Like I don't know how I ran this, but thank you God. You know. So that is all I have to say. Thank you.